February 29th, and you're watching Fox and Friends. Impeachment battle. Republican lawmakers want Alejandro Mayorkas out as we hit record crossings. Texas Congressman Pat Fallon is pushing for his impeachment, and the congressman will be with us this hour.
Plus, President Biden has some choice words for the sitting president, not realizing it's still him.
Oops.
We'll roll the tapes of Biden's latest gaffe.
Yeah, he's calling out Trump on his gaffe, too. That's questionable. And a former Starbucks employee suing, claiming that he was being fired for being a hero.
They started frisking us down, like pushing us around, taking our personal belongings. We started to fight back.
Unbelievable. The second hour of Fox and Friends starts right now. You can believe that. And remember, your mornings are better with friends, so please get dressed.
All right, folks, we start this hour with the Biden administration's response to the crisis at our southern border as articles of impeachment against DHS Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas have been written up and are released.
President Biden says he'd take action now if only Congress could agree on a spending bill to send to his desk.
Peter Doocy is back at the White House this morning and joins us now with the details. Peter.
And the move to impeach Alejandro Mayorkas isn't because the border is a mess. It's because he said the border is not a mess right now. And these lawmakers feel like they have been lied to by him. So in the articles of impeachment, you've got Article 1.
也许在下周，国会将投票弹劾国土安全局局长，因为他不遵守现已有的法律，他没有真实的告诉美国人民边境正在发生什么，所以现在国会在起草将要弹劾国土安全局局长。
They just pointed out in a new memo that Johnson once said he only thinks Congress had the authority to tighten border security. Now Johnson says President Biden should be doing more. But this Senate bill everybody's been talking about that appears like it's dead on arrival is.
拜登上台修改了川普移民政策，停止建边境围墙，让大量非法移民进入美国，造成今天边境被入侵的局面。
Broken immigration system and allow speedy access for those who deserve to be here.
It's very unlikely that this president or any president would ever say, over the last couple of years, my immigration policy hasn't worked. However, what he's saying now sure is different than what he was saying 4 years ago as a candidate when he said that he wanted people who were seeking asylum to surge the border. And he said at a primary debate, the quote is, we're a nation who says if you want to flee and you're fleeing oppression, you should come. So it's from you should come to I could shut the border if I want to. Back to you.
Right, and Peter, between there, he also said, okay, don't come. But that's why we are right where we are. Peter, thank you very much.
Yeah, it's all. No one trusted President Biden.
主持人说，拜登不需要新政策，恢复川普原来的政策就很有效。
New Mexico policy in place. Finished building the wall, $653 million just laying there. The fence is actually paid for. The contracts are ready to go. You could go and do the First Nation policy right away. The first nation you step into is where you apply, and then we'll decide with new rules when it comes to asylum. You do not need this bill yet. If you show yourself cracking down, this bill would reinforce it and would put pressure on Republicans to pass it. But now the Republicans feel for it with great, after they've seen the last 3 years, doesn't matter what we give this guy, he's not going to use it. After all, when he has some power, all he did was take on Texas and sues them to cut down the razor wire because he